Good morning, students. Mrs. Hovey here. Today we're going to talk about the last 2 days of your data project. So this is going to be data project days 3 and 4, which is the last 2 days you have to work on this project and get everything finished up. So far, what you should have done is the first Google form back in April, you were supposed to decide on what data you were collecting and how you were going to collect it. And then earlier this week, I had you collect your data and make a frequency table. So now we're going to work with that. If you remember, here's the question I asked the people on Facebook for me about the age of how old they were when they joined Facebook. Here is all of my data. You are going to need this, so I would make sure you come back to this point in the video. It'll be shown again too, but this is my data. So if you remember then, I took my data and I make a frequency table. So this is the frequency table that I made. You are going to have to submit this, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But you have to make a frequency table. The next thing you're going to do is make a graph. And I'm actually going to make 2 different graphs. The first graph I'm going to make is a circle graph. In order to do a circle graph, I have to know how many degrees each of my categories will do. So I started with my 10 to 19-year-olds. I had 6 divided by my total, which is 58. That gave me 10%, which gives me 36 degrees. That's going to come in handy. My 20 to 29-year-olds were 9 of them. Divided by my total gave me 15%, which was 54 degrees. Whoops, not percent, but degrees. Sorry about that. My 30 to 39-year-olds was my biggest group. I had 25 of them. Divided by my 58, and I got 43%, almost half, which gave me 154 degrees on my circle. 40 to 49-year-olds, there were 13 of them. Divided by 58 gave me 22%, which was 80 degrees on my circle. 50 to 59-year-olds, there was only 1 of them. Divided by my 58 is a whopping 5%. And that gave me like about 4 degrees. We'll say 4 degrees. It's really small. And then 60 to 69-year-olds, there were 3 of them. Divided by 58 gave me 5. Whoops. Let's go back. This is only 1%. Sorry about that. I read the wrong line. This is only 1%. It still gave me 4 degrees. 3 divided by 58. This gave me my 5%. Sorry about that. Which gave me 10 degrees. And then my 70 to 79-year-olds was back to my 1, which was 1%, which gave me about 4 degrees, thereabouts. I kind of rounded. It's not going to be perfect at all. The degrees here is what I'm going to be using to make my circle graph. So I'm going to make a circle. I want it nice and big. There it is. Now I'm going to start up here at the top, and the first category I had was my 10 to 19-year-olds, which was about 36%. So I'm going, that's about 45, so I'll go a little bit less. This is this one, which is 10 to 19 years. Then I'm going to do my 20 to 29-year-olds, which gave me another 54%, which add that to the 36 puts me at exactly 90 degrees, kind of makes that nice. So that is my 20 to 29-year-olds. Add my next category, which was my big one. That's 154 degrees. That takes me around somewhere over here. Nice big area. This was 30 to 39-year-olds. 40 to 49-year-olds was about 80%. That's going to take me up to about there. That was yellow. 40 to 49-year-olds. Now, my last three are really small. So I'm going to do this. I had a small section over there and then another small section over here. Notice I'm not getting super particular. This little section here was my 50 to 59-year-olds. This bigger middle section here was my 60 to 69-year-olds. And then finally, this little small section was my 70 to 79-year-olds. So as you can see, I wasn't super precise, but I have a pretty good circle graph that I used to show my data. Now, you may also decide to do a bar graph or a histogram, and I'm going to start, and again, you're going to do this more on paper or graph paper, make it a lot neater. I'm going to, first of all, put my categories down here at the bottom. So I have 10 to 19-year-olds, 20 to 29-year-olds, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, and finally 70 to 79. Over on the other side is where I'm going to do the numbers. And the highest number I have is 25. So I'm going to count by fives. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll go up one more just so that we have it. And I'm going to do my best to kind of guess here. So for my 10 to 19-year-olds, I had 6. So that's right above. So there's that. My 20 to 29-year-olds, there were 9 of them, so not quite up to the 10. There's that. 30 to 39, that's my big one. That goes all the way up to 25, so it's going to go all the way up. And there's, whoops, probably a little over far, but that's okay. That's why I'm using different colors. 40 to 49 was 13, so that's going to be right about there. 50 to 59, this was my small one now, so that's only 1. 60 to 69 is 3, so that's a little bit higher. And then again, 1 down here. Again, yours is going to be neater because you're going to use graph paper, straight edges, things like that. You're going to make it your graph nice and neat. But now at least you have an idea of what you are going to do. Once you're done with both your frequency table and your graph, whatever graph you decide to do, you're going to turn it into Schoology. Here is a picture of what Schoology is going to look like. You're going to look for the May 8th through 15th folder. It's going to be at the top. Inside, you're going to have 4 things. The first thing you're going to do is watch this video. Nothing to turn in, just watch the video. Once you're done with your frequency table, you are going to submit it here. Once you're done with your graph, you are going to submit it here. I will be looking at them after the 15th. So make sure you submit your frequency table to that assignment and the graph to the graphing assignment. Now, as you can see, there is one more assignment. This is the part where you're going to do a little bit of math. Here we go. Here again is my data from my project. You are going to use this data. Remember, there are 58 pieces of data here. I want you to find the mean, the median, the mode, and the range. By now, everybody should know how to find those 4 things. So you're going to use all my data, all 58 pieces of it, put it in order from least to greatest, and you're going to find the mean, median, mode, and range. Then go back to Schoology. Here is where you are going to put your answers. It is a Schoology quiz. It's 4 questions. What is the mean of Mrs. Hovey's data? And that one you are going to round to the nearest whole number. Then it's going to ask for the median, and then the mode, and then the range. So, to recap, here we go. What are you going to do? First of all, you're watching this video, so that's the first thing you're going to do. You are going to submit your frequency table, which should already be done. You're going to create and submit your graph. Then you're going to find the mean, median, and mode and range of my data and complete the Schoology quiz. Once you're done with that, as long as you're done by May 15th, you are done with math homework until after May 15th. I'm going to have another set of Google Meets in case you have any questions. So Friday, May 8th, I am going to be available on these 3 times. I'll just be on Google Meets. Again, we will say our password is Hovey Math. Our nickname is Hovey Math, so that you'll know what it is. I will also be available on Monday, May 11th. Same thing. Nickname is going to be Hovey Math. Now, if you can't make any of those, or if you don't want to join them, I would love to see all of you. I miss you guys. I would love to see your bright, shiny faces. But if you don't want to come to the Google Meets or don't have a question at those times but come up with one later, at any other time, message me. And I will either answer through the message or we can set up a Google Meet. I hope this all makes sense. If it doesn't, message me and have a fabulous day.